Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. I love this little toolbox. This is how this came. I don't usually, fuss about the packaging too much, right? A lot of the knives that I really like, in fact, it's actually really common for like hyper expensive knives to literally come in like a Ziploc or a little, a simple pouch or basically nothing at all. But this is pretty charming. I think the little toolbox is neat. This is obviously from KNAFS, so very excited to see what's in here. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. And make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. Make it sound like I don't know what's in here. I do know what's in here. I just haven't handled it yet. This came with a note that talks about the Yuti, which is interesting the way they spell it, but I think I understand why they spelled it that way versus the alternative. It says, if you want a knife that feels at home on the job site and in your pocket, meet the Yuti, a utility blade that carries like a pocket knife. It's for the trades. The Sparky and the Foreman, the Gophers and the Grunts, the weekend warrior who definitely should have gotten a permit to do that much DIY. The Yuti keeps things simple, tough, and ready to work. It goes on to say the Yuti will be on Kickstarter from January 2nd to January 23rd. I'm going to try and, drop this video around that time. And we would absolutely love it if you checked it out. No strings attached, no pressure. I appreciate that. So yeah, I'll have the appropriate links down in the description, and you guys can go and take a look at the Kickstarter if you want to, which anymore, it's really just a way to get a pre-order discount, right? I mean, the Kickstarters, you can call it what you want, but yeah, usually it's like a pre-order, and then the early birds get a discount. So, okay. So this is like the, would we put it in the banter family? We have we've got a lot of choices as far as these knives go these days. When I say these knives, I mean, did you tuck a little mint in there? I was like, man, that box smells good. Like all of a sudden the mint was just filling the room. You tucked that in there. It's really funny that you actually milled a spot for the mint underneath it. Keeps the knife smelling good all the way to you. I really like, I know I'm sitting here fussing about this silly box, but yeah, it looks like they 3D printed it and it just sort of snaps together. I think that's cool. That's neat. Do we put this in the banter family? Where are you, little guy? I've got the baby banter here somewhere. Maybe I don't. Thought I did. But like the baby banter, the medium-sized banter, and the big, they call it the big banter? I believe so. So this is a maybe, or is it in the Lander family? Would we call it in the Lander family? Maybe it's in its entirely own thing. Or even, I'm wondering if it's even been, actually, I think this note was signed by Fitz, so actually I believe that might be the designer there. Sorry about that. It looks like here we have the Torx bit holding this down. Now, you guys pointed out something to me that I was not aware of. The easy release, because I've got a lot of preferences when it comes to different types of knives, right? When we're talking about slip joints, I've got my own preferences. Obviously, folding knives and, ambidextrous locking systems, all like, there's like good and bad versions of everything. And I have always been on the side of, if it's going to be a utility style blade, the most optimized way to have this set up here is a quick release, meaning there's no tools or anything like that. You just push and it releases. For somebody like me, I think, I want to check if this is T8 or whatever, probably T6. For somebody like me who's using their knives insanely casually, I am the, most regular Joe person when it comes to pocket knife use. And occasionally I'll be doing something in my yard and I'll use a knife slightly harder than it was, than I use in my other blades. This is too small. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But yeah, regular Joe. I think for somebody like me, a quick release system, it is a T8. Sorry guys, I'm just stupid. A quick release system, I think, is going to be really ideal for somebody who's never going to be in a situation where they have to really torque on their blade or anything like that. However, and this came up when I talked about the sheepdog utility. They have two versions of that knife. They have a version that is quick release with an orange button, and then they have a version that has the screw down option, right? And it's Torx or Phillips or whatever. People in my comments mentioned that the earlier versions of the sheepdog utility, people actually had some issues with unintentional disengagement of the blade or unintentional release of the blade while they were using it. Now, to be fair, I believe the versions that were having issues were pre-orange button. Did I do that right? Yeah, surely. Pre-orange button. And this new orange button works a little bit better. But I think the screw down option is simply going to be better for certain people, right? The screw down, like something like this, yeah, you have to make sure you got a T8 bit on you. Truthfully, in my truck right now, I have 3 different bit sets, right? And most of the time I'm going to be at home where my toolbox is, or I'm going to be down here in my office, and down here I have countless bit sets, right? There are T8 bits everywhere. In fact, in my house, I think there are 4 different rooms where a T8 bit might, not including the garage, there are 4 different rooms where I might find a T8 bit, right? So it's not that big of a deal as long as you have one with you, right? But if you find yourself in a situation where you do not, then you cannot change that blade. So some people are going to find that a little bit irritating, and they're going to want to go with a quick release system, and other people, you know, it might be exactly what they need, right? Outside of that, it is your simple crossbar lock setup here. Now, this is on the smaller side. So, like, for me, and my preferences here, when I'm disengaging a crossbar lock, I want a little bit more. I want a little bit more length. I don't like having to sort of crab pinch around the butt of the knife. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say. I don't like having to do that. But if your hands are slightly smaller than mine, especially if they're way smaller than mine, then this is going to feel, you know, essentially perfect. For me, this exact same thing would be great if it was just a little bit longer. I can tell you guys exactly how long it is here. The overall length is coming in at just a hair over 6, like 6 1/16. So that's what you're looking at for overall length, and then your blade. Well, if you want to go tip of the blade to the handle, you're looking at 2.65 inches. Your actual cutting edge, your exposed cutting edge, is 2 inches. So, and yeah, it does look like you can actually take this entire plate off. I should have actually done that first. I want to see, you know, just so we can see the inside of it here. But it looks like this blade, or this screw, like, wants to stop itself from coming out completely. Like, it really, like, right now, I can pull the blade out. But this screw right here is putting up an enormous amount of, well, I say enormous. There's a lot more, like, it does not want to come out. And I think they must have done something to prevent that, so you don't, like, pull the screw up and then lose it, like drop it in the grass or something. So I think I can, like, keep turning on it and it's going to come out, but it doesn't want to. So this front plate, I guess, can't, yeah, it feels like it can't. If you really want to keep turning it, then you can, but it doesn't want to pull out there. It wants to just stay there right where it is. So this comes back and goes right in here, and then does it have a natural position that it wants to sit in? Yeah, I think it does. I don't think I had it exactly perfect that last time. I think now it's good. So yeah, slightly less convenient than your quick release systems, but it'll definitely hold the blade in place. The only failure you can expect at this point is if you literally snap the blade itself. Outside of, you know, I mean, the frame's definitely going to hold it in there. So this is interesting. I'm not sure that this is going to push a lot of people to make this decision over a lot of other decisions that are out there on the market. It really comes down to how much you're charging, right? I mean, if you're charging $20 for this thing or $30 for this thing, then yeah, I think people will probably, you know, rush to it. But there's a ton of options out there between 30 and 50. I mean, yeah, there's like a lot of cheapy options. Of course, you can go to Home Depot and buy your your boring old, whatever brand, your Husky or your Milwaukee or whatever. But people watching this channel right now are probably not interested in knives like that. So as far as your, more pocket knife oriented utility knives go, your $30 to $50 range has a lot of options. So it really depends on, what this comes in at. But this is interesting. I'm glad they sent it to me. I think, I'll show you guys the code or the little scannable here if you're watching on TV and you want to scan that. And I guess, does it say everything you need to know? Yeah, it'll probably be the same thing that I link you guys down in the description, but you can check it out if you want to. I'm going to guess the OEM is Civivi. I'm going to guess that's the case, but I'm honestly not sure. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for sending this in. Thanks to KNAFS for sending this in. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.